And Matt Tiff, the 2 car, will be the control car. For the 9th time, the NASCAR Xfinity Series is green at Road America. That move to the outside from row 2, that's James Davison in the 18 trying to make it work, but Tift has the best of it.
Very fast part of the course right here, 170 miles an hour they'll be up to, getting down into turn 5, where there's a lot of braking, a lot of shifting, and they look at it as passing opportunities, but
3 wide. Brendan Gaughan thinks better backs out with a 3 car.
You can see he backed out and then got a really nice run on the exit of the corner, trying to make it happen in turn 6 now.
See if he can get that position from Christopher Bell. They're side by side leaving 6, bending right through 7. Here comes Justin Marks trying to take advantage in the 42.
A little contact there. We're going to say that all day long.
Yeah. And now the turn advantage goes back to Gaughan, but it immediately heads toward Marks for the long right-hander in the carousel, but Marks got off track a little bit.
Yeah, I think with a little help from Brendan, that's the way you do it. You know, you make them get out to where they have to lift just a little bit, and you can take that spot.
Brandon Jones stuck 2 wide through the carousel. That's hard to do.
Yeah, 2 wide on the wrong side of the 2 wide situation, but makes it work there.
Little blip of the throttle through the kink. You're on board with Allgaier.
Yeah, and Allgaier, I think, gave Brandon Jones a little bit of a break there. He understands the situation here. This is the first lap. No reason to push the issue.
Christopher Bell trying to chase down Matt Tiff for that playoff point at the stage win.
And Justin Marks able to go by Cole Custer. I think Custer hurt his front tires a lot getting down into turn 5 there.
You saw Gaughan has taken 3rd now, that 3rd car back. Good corner for Tiff, good corner for Bell.
Brendan Gaughan doing a great job out here today, too, with that 3 car.
Oh, he's off track there. Overcooked it, coming through turn 13. He's got it back on track. The right-hander turn 14, but he'll have to settle for 3rd as Matt Tift is going to come up the hill and for the first time in 2018 win a stage. Playoff point for Tift.
Been able to put a little bit of distance back on the 2 car now with his lead. It's like Matt Tiff might have slowed down a little bit. That's bunched things up right behind him with Elliott Sadler right on his bumper and Christopher Bell doing a really outstanding job in that 4th spot.
And for Hemrick now, 9 corners to hit perfectly and not let this group catch him.
And guys, I think we should explain why you're not using the clutch there that Elliott Sadler uses. Just right foot on the gas, left foot on the brake. 1, that's the thing we do because we want to just brake our left foot, maximize that time on the brake. But 2, these gearboxes are basically gearboxes that allow you to shift without using that clutch. The way they're designed, you just have to get them to the point where they're high enough for the rev range, there's enough pressure on the lever, and it will shift into gear, unlike a gearbox you would have on your road car where it requires that shift because those gears are not designed to allow you to just shift without that clutch.
Yeah, it's a good explanation. They've come so far with that. But I'll tell you, there was one driver, Mark Martin, never used a clutch, even with the transmissions that we had years ago back in the 80s. He's such a good road racer and understood that he wouldn't even use the clutch with that. What made him so good and able to win.
Mentioned the Joe Gibbs Racing being winless here at Road America. Flip side of that is the Richard Childress Racing Group. They've won 3 of the last 4 Road America events, so the heritage is good for a young driver like Daniel Hemrick to come in here and try to get a playoff securing win of the race, but also pick up a stage win here. He's in the final corner.
Yeah, it does that and gives you great confidence as you look at these last 25 laps of the race. You know you're capable. You have the car now. It's a matter of doing everything right from this point forward. Hemrick's going to get this stage win.
3rd stage win of 2018 for Daniel Hemrick. The white nose of Brendan Gaughan leads the field. The orange 7 of Allgaier is 2nd. Now James Davison with a damaged 18 car begins looking, peeking around the 15 of Catherine Legg.
How good is this job as she is doing in this race car? I mean, only a couple of times in these stock cars. Did a really good job at Mid-Ohio before having an engine issue, I believe it was, late in the race. But this is just really, really good driving.
Parker. Great point, DJ. And this is one of her favorite racetracks. And she actually has expressed more interest in doing more stock car races going forward. Was actually asked recently, would she even consider doing oval? And she said, heck yeah, I'd love to do an oval. So we might see more out of Captain Legg in the future here with this great run going on.
Yeah, I'd like to watch it. Yeah, you can just see the talent that she has. And, you know, as you talked to her yesterday, just a good job that she did in handling the situation that she had in practice, and but wasn't willing to back down from what may have been going on there.
Yep, she races full-time now in the WeatherTech Sports Car Championship. There's a tie for first in the GTD series, and then she's the next driver, so currently running third with a chance at the championship with just a couple of races left. Oh, and she's got it squirrely there and might have had contact from Tiff. And Catherine is around. Keep it fired. There she does.
It's kind of like that announcer's curse when they talk about a guy had missed a putt all day.
That's right.
You know?
So frustrating.
Yeah.
But you saw the back end of the 15 get squirrely coming down to Canada Corner, and Matt Tiff was right there.
Yeah, and I can't put that on Tiff because as you saw that, it looked like she got in there a little bit hot, maybe got it wheel hopping, and that's when the contact was created.
So we'll see where timing and scoring has Catherine as she comes by the stripe this time. So look at the end of it there.
Yeah, it's not a good look to see exactly. I mean, I think she still had her car under control, but Matt Tiff had a head of steam going. Ooh. Dangerous move right there, but made that work out.
Catherine all the way back to 25th. And now it'll be up to her to work a little strategy with her crew, pass a lot of race cars. That red mark on the left, that's the restart zone. That's for Justin Allgaier to hit first. Now he powers the 7 up. Looks very even with Davison. In fact, now the 18 of Davison has the advantage across the stripe and down to turn 1.
Yeah, Davison got a huge push. I believe that's Christopher Bell, his teammate there.
Nice to have a teammate restarting behind you. New leader, James Davison.
20 in the 7, once again, making a little contact. That's been a theme for today.
Matt Tiff in the 2, driving through for third. So at the jump, the 18, good traction, newer tires.
Yep.
And Allgaier now trying to come back, and Elliott is off track.
It's just a sponsor sign that's out there that was down, so he's off and running again. Might not get that top 15 we were looking for, though.
No, he was there in position to do it. Bill Elliott back on track. Meanwhile, up front, Davison now getting a challenge back from Allgaier.
So Justin Marks trying to take that 4 spot away from Christopher Bell also. Oh, all the way up on the chip before he made that shift.
Oh! Mistake by Davison. Give the lead back to Allgaier. So easy to do, Dale. These are heavy cars. Top speed, here they come. Marks takes a look. Will he late brake and outbrake James Davison? He's doing it. Can he make the corner? He does it. Marks to second.
Wow, what a pass that was.
Great exit by Davison. Now he's got the advantage back on the inside.
Marks can hold him off right here. He'll have the advantage to the next corner.
Oh.
Davison takes it back, though.
Nice grip exiting the corner for Davison. Meanwhile, Allgaier gets away. Here comes Marks back. Oh, that's going to be contact, and they both spin. They're both backwards on the racetrack. Here comes Matt Tiff and Cole Custer. They're going to go by. Daniel Hemrick gets by, and they've spun themselves out of contention, DJ.
Yeah, they just basically handed this thing to Justin Allgaier, but that's, they're trying. That's all you do. You know you don't have many laps. Neither one of them racing for points. They're just trying to do what they can to win the race.
I said it earlier. Do you have the corner? Let's see.
I don't think it matters at this point, but
nope.
How far you want to drive it, what are you willing to do?
1 quarter panel only.
Yeah,
I think
that'll just be a differing of opinion.
Yeah, I think Davison will agree that he did not have the corner. Marks was going for it. Here it is again.
I didn't think Justin Marks was going to make it down into turn 5 as fast as he went down in there. And then Davidson did a great job of coming back. Yeah, that's racing.
Maybe that gave him the confidence to try to make that move, DJ.
Well, he had to try. Yeah, you're frustrated with yourself at that point because you made the pass and then you gave it back. And so then you think, okay, I've got one more shot at this. I can't waste any more time.
2 laps remaining for Justin Allgaier. Can he make it 2 for 3 on the road courses this season?
He's got a huge lead, 6 seconds now.
Matt Tift is a second-place car. Cole Custer has worked his way back up into the top 5. He is 3rd.
Daniel Hemrick come back to 4th after that incident that he had where he was coming to turn 14 and got knocked out. A really good recovery for him. Sadler's in 5th.
We watch Allgaier work.
You got a huge lead here, but there's still a lot of work to be done. We talk about a 4-mile road course. You got 14 corners, a lot of shifting. Don't get too complacent here. The last thing you want to do is start taking things easy, and then you find your shift points are different. You're doing things a little bit different. You wheel hop, you miss a corner, you get off the track just a little bit. And even though you've got a big lead, you can't afford a mistake.
14 corners. Allgaier has to hit him perfectly. If someone else doesn't, that could cause a caution. Could send this thing into overtime. That would be interesting.
Yeah, and here's Christopher Bell. You know, Dave, we set this up at the beginning of the show today in Countdown to Green that you have to be careful. You might be having a great day running in the top 5 just as Christopher Bell was doing, and then one mistake late. We have so many cars. We talked about the average number of cars on the lead lap here is 28. What do we have here today? 28. Bell's back in 27th.
And that happened to, off track for Ryan Truex.
Again?
I know that happened to Regan Smith when he was running this 7 car, and it was at one of these road courses where, you know, he was good all day great. And then last 2 laps, boom, day in the tank. Yeah, he's woed it down a little bit. Those tires aren't chirping quite as much as they were earlier. And Allgaier just has to hit his marks perfectly for about 4.5 more miles.
Yes, he's getting the job done. I want to go back a little bit further. We talked about Marks and Ross Chastain, who's in that battle for that final spot. And we talked about he's going to be in the 42 car for a couple of races coming up for Chip Ganassi. He's in that 7th spot right now.
Justin Allgaier leads. White flag. 1 lap to go. Do you hear more things on a road course, DJ, when you've got a nice lead with 1 to go?
Well, yeah, because you're still having to shift, do everything. But he's been in this position. You know, and we talked about that the 2 drivers getting together, Justin Mark and James Davison, that they handed it to him. He put himself in this position. He went up and retook the lead after losing it on that restart. Did an outstanding job. I mean, you know, he's looking like this is going to be a 3rd and 2 firsts in these 3 road course races so far.
Allgaier through turn 5. Turns left, goes uphill.
You don't get this luxury in this many times of having a 6-second lead on the last lap. They're always very competitive, but he worked extremely hard before that happened.
Checking around the track so far, clean and green. Others racing for position and for points.
Yeah, a lot still going on. Justin Allgaier's got a nice lead, but there's a lot happening between 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th.
Carefully through the carousel, feathering the throttle. Back up through the gears, down to the high-speed kink. This car's looked a little interesting off of this corner all day.
Yeah, and this is going to put him in front. So he's getting 5 more playoff points by winning the race here. And then he's going to put himself in the position where he's going to be the regular season points leader that could gather those 15 bonus points that go along with that for the playoffs.
Yep, it'll help pick up the points he lost in Dover, failing post-race inspection after he won.
That just shows you what an outstanding season he's had.
And we showed you that graphic earlier. The last 10 races, he's been right there with Christopher Bell.
Yep.
He's really been pouring it on. Final corner for Justin Allgaier. Now all he has to do is go straight.
Awesome job again today, Boogie. Really good job.
That's the word
You guys are awesome.
from the crew and the driver.
Sight never gets old. Heck of a job, boys. God is good, man. Big crew, thank you. Spotters, thank you. Team guys.
There's your Road America winner, Justin Allgaier.
Fourth time this season. We've called it a career year. Mid-Ohio was a career drive. Justin, I want to talk about the pass on the 18 there when he made a mistake with 7 to go. Did you think you had it when you made that pass?
I'll be honest with you, I didn't know. The restart there, he kind of left before I did, and the 2 gave me a shot based on he thought the 18 was going, and I spun the tires really bad after I got hit, and man, that was I thought I gave it away. And then when he made the mistake down into 8, I knew I just had to be smooth and fast, and God is good all the time. This team is awesome. I told him on the radio after the race, it's an honor to drive these race cars. I can't say thank you enough to everybody that's on this race team.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.